wabarakatuh. Today I will present about the report of assignment 2 of group 11. I will introduce the Muhammad Hashim bin Abdul Rahman, Muhammad Adwa Ikhwan bin Muhammad Nizam, Muhammad Zain Harib bin Zulkifli, Nur Dalilah Nadi binti Fauzi, Yohanis binti Yusuf, Nur Atika binti Muhammad Asri. Then we go to the first question. What is the Internet of Things? The Internet of Things is a network of physical items that have sensors, software and other technologies integrated in them for the purpose of communicating and sharing data with other devices and systems through the Internet. These devices range between ordinary household objects to sophisticated industrial tools. It means it can be implemented from our daily use to office, schools and factory. So what are the examples of Internet of Things? The example of Internet of Things are connected appliances, smart home security systems, autonomous farming equipment, wearable health monitors, smart factory equipment, wireless inventory trackers, ultra high speed wireless internet, and so much many more. Then we go to 5G. What is 5G? 5G is the fifth generation of wireless technology. It can provide higher speed, lower latency, and greater capacity than 4G LTE networks. It is one of the fastest, most robust technologies the world has ever seen. That means quicker downloads, much lower lag, and a significant impact on how we live, work, and play. So it means when an e-sport tournament is conducted, the efficiency of the network will become high because of the 5G provide higher speed, lower latency, and greater capacity. So it can reduce the lag of the game. Then we go to cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is the application of technologies, processes, and controls to protect systems, networks, programs, devices, and data from cyber attacks. It aims to reduce the risk of cyber attacks and protect against the unauthorized exploitation of systems, networks, and technologies, also known as information technology security. Cybersecurity measures are designed to combat threats against network systems and applications, whether those threats originate from inside or outside of an organization. So what are the 5 types of cybersecurity? First is critical infrastructure security, then application security, network security, cloud security, and Internet of Things.
Next, I will talk about 5G and Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is rising as the number of connected devices is set to increase from 700 million to 3.2 billion by 2023. While there are several factors contributing to this rise, one of the most important will be the development of 5G networks. This is primarily due to 5G networks will go long towards improving the performance and reliability of connected devices. The commercial success of IoT is deeply tied to its performance, which is depend on how quickly it can communicate with other IoT device and software in the form of its apps or website and more. For example, when it comes to smart home device, this increase in speed to reduce lag and overall speed at which connected device send and receive data and notification. With the ability of 5G network to handle more connected devices, consumers will benefit from greater reliability of their connected devices. Next is Internet of Things and cybersecurity. When we talk about interconnection, we usually think in terms of computer, tablets, and smartphones. IoT describes a world where just about anything can be connected and communicated in a smart mode by combining simple data to produce usable intelligence. With the IoT, the physical world is becoming one of big information system with a goal of improving quality of life and empowering new business models. However, this also means that more personal information and business data will exist in the cloud and be passed back and forth through thousands of devices that may have exploitable vulnerabilities. Privacy is critical concern not just in IoT, but in all the application device or system where we share information. Hackers can now craft attacks with unprecedented sophistication and correlate information not just from public network, but also from different private sources, such as cars, smartphones, home automation systems, and even refrigerators. There is undeniable evidence that our dependence on interconnected technology is defending our ability to secure it. And the last one is cybersecurity and 5G. At the same time, cybersecurity has entered a completely new phase. In the beginning, attacks came mainly from relative unsophisticated garage hackers motivated by activism or a technical challenge. But as the value of information and the system that carry increased, criminal groups and corporate spies driven by financial gain joined the rank. Now with digital technology at the heart of national infrastructure and security, they have become a target for those who has interest in destabilizing nation-states at the political or economic level. Most worrying, many of today's actors are well-funded, well-organized and instructed, or at least endorsed by governing administration. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Question 3. IoT, Internet of Things. China. Beijing has committed early in IoT development. Using a sustained state policy, they leverage China's huge market and central position in global manufacturing. Chinese actors who before 1990 had little influence over design in digital infrastructure are now becoming major players in shaping international IoT development, and by extension, the power relations embedded within it. Japan. Tokyo plans to decentralize IoT, the first in the world. They will use robust hardware-based security functionality of the Renesas microcontrollers to verify contactless transactions conducted through IoT devices. Tokyo will be working on a proof of concept that it intends to decentralize IoT platforms and smoothly connects people and things, and a smart concierge that enables the contactless economy by using UNID, a decentralized ID platform performed by CG and TSSR's expertise in embedded systems development of Renesas MCUs. South Korea. South Korea has set out a 5G roadmap which will see the commercialization of technology in the country by 2020. The development of 5G in Korea is still very early in its stages, as we are yet to confirm details such as frequency, data transmission, and network security. But the infrastructure has already been in place. The roadmap includes the identification of 13 growth engine projects in a bid to create manufacturing ecosystems based on the Internet of Things and other technologies. The introduction of digital technologies in the new manufacturing ecosystem will bring a range of new products, including new materials, autonomous vehicles, and robotics, as well as health and safety functionality. However, the development of IoT in Malaysia has not taken off at a desirable pace. In fact, the Malaysian government is still in the process of formulating the National Industry 4.0 blueprint. It is expected to be ready before the year. 5G in China. As of January 2020, China has deployed 5G technology in 57 cities. However, China's top telecommunication companies are determined to not replicate early 4G mistakes and have done an impressive amount of testing and infrastructure build-out for the network. The Global System for Mobile Communication projects China will have 460 million 5G connections by 2025. Japan, however, has met its goal to launch 5G mobile services by 2020. In September 2019, the company rolled out pre-commercial 5G services. The test phase went well, and NTT Docomo began offering consumer 5G services on March 25th. Japan's communication ministry states that 5G technology will be close to 100 times faster than LTE, which is most common often throughout the country, and 10 times faster than 4G technology. Implementing 5G will help integrate the high-resolution video services streaming in 4K and 8K, which need substantial amounts of bandwidth.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zain Haris bin Zulkifli. My matrix number is RC21135. Okay, today I'm going to present about the implementation of 5G in South Korea and more. Okay, South Korea has rolled out 5G to 85 cities as of January 2020. Government officials estimate 90% of Korean mobile users will be on a 5G network by 2026, using extremely high frequencies for transmitting data at up to 3.2 GB. In Tibet Mountain, the microwave system conveys data at frequencies of 70 to 18 GHz, which keeps more signal going through the air than other systems and use a form of encoding that let more data be transmitted. Next is Malaysia. The 5G network deployment in Malaysia has been going through some major complications, while DNB, the body that has been tasked with building the 5G infrastructure, officially announced the availability of the network. There are only two available telco in Malaysia, that is Yes and TM. However, Yes 5G coverage is only available within selected coverage areas, that is in Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya and Cyberjaya, while TM is still performing tests for its 5G service. Next is cybersecurity. Japan. Cybersecurity in Japan has been given increased attention in response to a rise in the frequency and sophistication of cyber attacks. The Japanese government is increasingly aware of the scope of the potential threats it faces and the lack in its capabilities. The Japanese strategy considers cybersecurity as value creation enabler for socio-economic vitality and sustained development as also an essential aspect for national security. Next is China. China introduced the Cybersecurity Multi-Level Protection System 2.0, which includes three Chinese national standards. The national standard requires companies to fulfill cybersecurity protection obligations, which vary depending on the companies. Under this standard, networks are classified into 5 levels depending on their potential risk of harm in case of security breach, with systems that would suffer the least harm classified as level 1 and those that would suffer the most harm classified as level 5. Next is in South Korea. Korea's cybersecurity efforts began in 1980. The cybersecurity enhancing goals were defined by Korea National Intelligence Service for the public sector and by the Ministry of Science and ICT. But rather than developing a proactive, comprehensive, and nationwide cybersecurity policy or strategy, these agencies mostly limited themselves to responding to malicious activities and working to develop practical countermeasures. Next is in Malaysia. The government of Malaysia launched the Malaysia Cybersecurity Strategy with an allocation of $434 million to step up the national cybersecurity preparedness and upgrade the country's cybersecurity measures. There are outlined 5 strategy pillars as guiding principles to improve the country's cybersecurity. The first pillar is to boost national governance and cybersecurity management by improving Malaysia's critical ICT infrastructure. The next pillar is focused on bolstering current cybersecurity laws by reviewing related legislation and formulating new laws on cybersecurity. The remaining pillar focused on empowering innovation, improving cybersecurity talents in Malaysia, and leveraging regional and international cooperation to protect its cybersecurity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and hi, my name is Nur Dalila Hanani with Metro ID RC21015. Question 4. The improvement technology that can be done in Malaysia. 1. Help all technology companies. We need to also help all Malaysian technology companies and not just a few companies, whether they are MSC status company or those that fall within certain promote segments. MDEC is currently doing this with their Excellent Gain program where not just MSC status companies but all technology companies can benefit from their program. This same philosophy needs to get MDEC so that any digital company can benefit from MDEC assistance. 2. Digital entrepreneurship to elevate incomes. Besides business, CMM and MDEC also need to look at the impact of digital on the livelihood of the people and how it can be used to increase the income of the B40 and M40. Besides helping them find jobs or providing more subsidies, it is far better to help them to earn higher incomes as entrepreneurs. Thus, CMM and MDEC as custodians of the digital agenda must take ownership of programs like e-Usahawan and scale up this program to benefit more entrepreneurs, including those in tertiary institutes. Digital can make an enormous difference to people, and this is something they need to focus more of their effort on. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atika binti Muhammad Asri and my metric number is RC21286. So, for question 4, suggestion of improvement in Malaysia. Number 3 is talent development. One of our bigger problem is digital talent. There just isn't enough of them as enrollment into ICT program have been falling over the years. To create more interest in ICT and digital, school and universities need to make digital a compulsory program, from learning to code to learning to create apps. With today's technology, we can even teach them when they are 10 years old. I am surprised that we haven't made ICT a compulsory part of the school curriculum already. What are we waiting for? Let's just do it and add robotic and IoT programming education as well. Our education system needs an overhaul based on what the economy will need to 3 decades from now, not on what is needed today. Again, CMM and MDEC can play a big role here as well. Number 4, digital policy to create greater economic impact. Digital policy and initiative should create a greater impact on the economy. For example, how can digital initiative create a greater economic impact in agriculture and plantation, electronic and electrical industry, manufacturing, retail, food and the service sector? We must ensure that digital is adopted by as much of the economy as possible. Only then we will see real benefits for business and the nation. As an example, if we pick the automotive part suppliers and help them adopt digital tech, and this result in productivity and efficiency improvement as well as quality improvement, then they can export more of their product, thereby increasing income for the entire sector. If MDEC wants to do this, they need to engage with the sector as well as the tech company that can help the sector. And if all parties work together we can see an entire sector rise above their competitors. This has to be driven by MDEC and CMM, and this model can be done sector by sector. Of course, MDEC has to form expert group within itself to drive the growth of this sector, but the impact can be huge if this is done well. And that's all for my part.